Good morning again, everyone. So literally like 5 minutes ago, just crawled out of bed, get out here in the garage. I'm not necessarily trying to beat the heat today. I'm just racing against time. So I want enough time to put, enough 4 hours in between layers inside here. So I'll show you. So I've got everything taped up that I don't want painted black. Stuff down here on the parts down here, taped up the steering box. So I've got all around here. So I'm gonna try to spray up in here, around in there, and around up in there. So now I gotta get this car out. So I don't want to get paint on it or overspray. I've got the 63 covered up. It's supposed to rain today, so I didn't really want to leave it sitting out for too long in the storms and stuff we might have today. Because it's a little after 5:30, so hopefully I'll get the first coat on by 6 here. Then 10 o'clock in this morning, just after 10, I can put the second coat on, and then after lunch I'll come and put the other. I'll show you what I got here. So I got the Eastwood Underhood black. So I'm not sponsored by Eastwood. I just like that got to me for free. I know their other stuff was is highly rated, so it's just the company I went with on it. So I'm gonna get the compressor started here, let it pump up, move this car out, and then set up the same ventilation system I had for the last time, where I put the fan at the doors closed part of the way, and then the moving blanket, and clamp it to the door to keep everything there. So I'll get that started, and then I've got my respirator, headlamp, and all that, because headlamp's going to be good to see up in here when I'm painting. So let me get all that started, and I'll get back to you. All right, got everything set up. So I got my Styleline here. Got some new mixing cups. And so last time I did about 200 milliliters, and that was way too much. So I'm gonna start out on about 100 milliliters on this, and do a 10-to-1 ratio on this with the Styleline. Got my little filter here, so and like I did before, I'm gonna have to do it on the box here. I don't have another second table set up just yet. I need to clean things up around here. It is getting a little messy. So let me get the paint mixed up, and as soon as that, I'll get it in the paint gun and start spraying the first coat. Now this is just the rust encapsulator, so I'm gonna do 2 coats of it, 4 hours apart. So I'm up so early. Hopefully get this in at 6. It's almost 6 o'clock now. So got pressure in the tank there, air compressor, so about ready to go. All right, so I got my paint mixed up, got my gun on, got this ready. So I'm gonna set the camera on top of the fridge here, and then just show y'all a little bit of me spraying it. I'm out of paint, so I didn't mix up enough. All right, that's it for a first coat. You can see I had some issues trying to get under the hood because some of this thing won't shoot upside down, so I had to get creative with that. So I'm gonna let this dry for 4 hours and then come back to it. I'll say a little around 10 o'clock. What time is it now? 6:19. So it's a little bit around 10 o'clock, a little after, maybe 10:30. Let me clean this out so it doesn't clog up on me, and then I'll come back here a little bit, 4 hours. All right, so it's been 4 hours. I got the first coat down. I have noticed a couple spots where I missed a little bit here and there. But at least with the black, when it's all said and done, I can go back and touch it up with a brush. I started out with 100 milliliters because I was going off of what it took to do the firewall, but I ran out and had to mix some more, so that caused little issues when I went to clean up. So I'm going to start out with maybe 250 milliliters on this, because I got the underside of the hood and then all this around in here to do, and up around, because that's a lot more surface area than the firewall. So I think 250 will do pretty good. The hardest parts to get are right up in here, so I'm going to start there on the second coat first. And I think my mistake the first time was starting here and working in. I need to start here and work out on that. So I'm going to mix up some more paint. So it's the paint and the Styleline. Like I said, 10 or what was it? Not 10 to 1 or up to 20, up to 10% to 20% is what it says. So I'm gonna get another one of that mixed up. I left some of the Styleline in the gun, try to keep it clear so nothing will clog up. So hope that works out. I'll just clear it out right now and then get ready on this. All right, didn't do any filming of me spraying it this time. Left my headset in the house, so I had the little flashlight here, but I could see all the places where I missed, and I got those by using the flashlight. So that's it. Second coat is on, and I'll let this dry probably more than 4 hours on this. Might wait till late evening, see how the weather's like outside. The temperature's supposed to drop, but if humidity comes up, I probably won't paint today. I might do it tomorrow morning and put the Eastwood underhood black. So I'll go with that. This one's ready to spray right out of the can. You can thin it. It says with toluene or lacquer thinner, and I just ran out of lacquer thinner, so I need to get some more lacquer thinner so I can clean my gun on the next one. So I'll do this later. So it's supposed to be fast drying. Let's see, it's got a time limit here. Painted surfaces should be allowed to completely dry 24 to 48 hours before handling. Spray on 1 to 3 light coats for best performance. Allow 15 minutes between each coat. So this one, I can spray my second coat on a lot faster on this one than the rust encapsulator. So I'm gonna take time to do that. I got there's everything. I've been mixing the paints and all, making a little bit of a mess there. But it's going pretty good. All right, everybody, it's almost 7 o'clock at night now, so the heat's definitely gone from the day. We had maybe about an hour and a half's worth of rain here a little while ago, but the sun's back out here right before sunset. But everything in here is, I think it's mostly dry. It's not really tacky or anything like that. So like I said, this is the rust encapsulator. So now I'm gonna get this out, and this says every 15 minutes I can spray another coat. So I'm probably just gonna hang out here, spray one, do some more and spray it again. I don't know if I want to thin this out or not. I think I might thin it out because it says put several thin coats on here, 1 to 3 light coats for best performance. So I'm gonna thin it out so I can do that, the 1 to 3 light coats on there, and go with that. And I got me a new box of, or new can of lacquer thinner. So that should be enough to thin it out, plus to clean the spray gun when I'm done with it. And then that'll be it for this week. But it's a lot of progress, and I can't wait to see it with with everything untaped and see what it looks like. So let's get this paint in the gun and start spraying. the only way to get under the hood. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for 15 minutes and then spray another light coat on there. All right, I've got 2 light coats on here already, and it looks really good. I think what I'm gonna do is put a 3rd coat on, but I'm not gonna thin this one out. I'm just gonna kind of put in there about what I think it'll take to spray all of it based on the other. I did 2 sprays out of the first pour, and that might have been 200 milliliters, 225 milliliters. So it won't take much. This stuff was really thin out of the can. So that's how much I spilled. So it pours out of the can really thin and goes all over the place. So got the sprayer cleaned up from the last time because I didn't want it to sit, and I've waited a little bit longer than 15 minutes on this, so it's probably been about 20 or 25. So let me put this last coat on, and hopefully that should be it. All right, there you have it. 3 coats put on top of 2 coats. So long day. So really, what, started at 6 o'clock this morning. So now it's just about 8 o'clock. So of course a lot of interval in between there, but there you have it. I'll probably I'll let it sit, let it dry before I untape anything. So I might be middle of next week. It's supposed to not be so warm Monday, Tuesday, but getting into next weekend is going to be pretty warm. So we'll see what I can get done next weekend. I think I need to paint the motor mounts that go on the motor. I've painted the motor mounts that go into the car, and I might take that to the Corvair shop, get all these little staples out, clean this up, get that sandblasted, get that painted as well. So the next big thing would be cleaning the transmission. Take it, clean it up, and then getting the torque converter, slide it back into here. So hopefully there's nothing missing from it. I'll just check the books to make sure there's not a ring or something there that I might be missing, but the big paint job is done. So I'm looking at maybe the 15th of August or so to get the engine put in. That's when I can get enough people here to help me out with it. So that's what I'm planning on it. We'll see if it happens then. So thanks for watching. See you next time.